Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. Offensively, defensively, we got to communicate throughout the whole game. We're going to be put in difficult positions, man, but don't stop. Make sure we make the next rotation, the next block out. Share the ball offensively, dog. Attack. Right?
We got to do everything together. Let's trust each other more on both ends of the floor. We know what to do. That's what we do. We lose, we come back, we make the adjustments. All right? That's what champions do. Let's go, champions.
Move it! Move it! We have got to take more pride down there. More pride. And down here, the ball cannot stick. No one will get in rhythm if the ball continues to stick. This is a critical part of the game right now. Don't lighten up on pace. Gotta go! Finish this quarter. Finish it strong, okay?
From no air conditioning in Game 1 at AT&T Center to airtight in Game 2, plus LeBron was loose and limber and in attack mode. 35 and 10 rebounds, a 2-point win for the Miami Heat, and this series is even at 1 game apiece, and that's 13 straight wins for the Miami Heat following a playoff loss. A resilient bunch they are. Vince Cellini and Dennis Scott and Brent Barry, who won a championship with the Spurs team, and here we are. After 2 games, it's all even up. We welcome you to Game Time. Initial thoughts on what you saw in Miami. Once again, just absolutely refusing to fall into an 0-2 hole.
Another solid ball game by Miami, making a few adjustments. But at the end of the day, let's just call it what it is. LeBron James is on the floor, the bulk of the ball game, in late game situation. You're thinking he's going to take over, but being in attack mode early in the game, not settling for jump shots, and taking his first jump shot in the 3rd quarter, I thought was very impressive. In late game situation, from being in attack mode, you think he's going to score. He sets up Bosh for a huge 3 late in the game. That's the way he likes to play basketball, sharing the wealth.
No, I felt like 3D, you and I talked last night, late last night. If the Heat were in a position, Vince, where it was within striking distance in the 4th quarter, to me that was a win for them. Because we talk so much about LeBron James being the best finisher in the game, Miami Heat coming into this finals series being the best operating team in the 4th quarter, and obviously so much of that predicated on LeBron James, not only offensively, but what he does defensively to create offense. And they got themselves right back in that position, just down 1 point going into the 4th. And before that 4th quarter started, LeBron had begun that role. And for that confidence to be established for Miami, knowing that he was on his game for them down the stretch, allowed them to do some great things, mostly with LeBron facilitating.
Absolutely. He was a scorer in the 3rd quarter and then did all those other things you talked about down the stretch. We can take a look now at an exciting Game 2 at AT&T Center. Here's how it went down. Tim Duncan, great start for him in this game.
On fire early in the game. 11 quick points. The ball was touching him. He was taking full advantage down low.
And LeBron James, all questions answered regarding his physical makeup for this game, but not the start that he wanted.
Well, again, in attack mode, trying to draw fouls on Kawhi Leonard, which he did. Kawhi had a tough night trying to establish a rhythm in this game, but LeBron was trying to get into the paint, try to create at least some help side defense and some other fouls from other Spurs players on the help side. Missed a few shots early, but would find his mark later.
And Jamal Crawford chiming in, the Twitter king, Tim Duncan, best power forward ever.
No question about it.
Respect.
Had a flashback with that follow-up dunk right there, but early in the game had good hands and was finishing everything around the basket.
As you said, an 11-point first quarter for him. But LeBron going back into LeBron mode.
Yeah, again, finally breaking through on one of those attacks, getting to the rim. And again, asking for fouls. It's just not going to happen against the Spurs during this series.
And I thought that was a funny thing tonight, Brent. First game, only 11 free throws. Tonight, they get 21. So they got to the free throw line a little bit more than usual because they stayed in attack mode.
Whoop. Look at Ray Allen's move on Boris Diaw. Lost him.
And you know what happens after that? Exactly what happened during the game. Timeout.
Timeout.
Pop's having a quick discussion.
San Antonio still out in front, but LeBron close to the basket. Part of a 9-0 Heat run. Then LeBron comes up with a steal off Tim Duncan. On the other end, Manu fouls him, but the play isn't over completely as Tim says that's a foul. And he is teed up.
I don't know, Jason. Jason Phillips with a quick technical with Timmy having conversational talk. That's a foul.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of try to cool a guy down a little bit before you actually hit the tee. Meanwhile, LeBron again, 13 and 7 rebounds at the half. And Manu Ginobili answering back. And then this was really it's no other way to say it. That's a bad call.
Yeah, we were back there watching the game. We're like, Maybe D-Wade's going to go to acting school, maybe?
Well, the other guy is pretty good at that, too. And
Exactly.
actually, later in the game, there'd be an incident and questioning why there wasn't something called then.
Hey, remember we talked about Tim as a point guard? How about that?
He loves the Chicago Bears. And if he could play quarterback for them, he would.
Meanwhile, D-Wade with a drive held up in the paint, but dishing to Chris Bosh. What good patience.
Great patience by Miami, and in the first half, Vince, there were a couple times where it felt like Miami was on the ropes, where maybe the lead was going to extend to 10, 12, or 14, and they responded beautifully to stay within striking distance.
And now Thiago Splitter, the Tim Duncan, who's fouled by LeBron, and this time it's LeBron who picks up the technical foul, objecting to that call.
When you see the replay, LeBron barely raises his finger. That's why he's upset.
Oh, we talked about LeBron now getting the hot hand in the third quarter. Yes. He felt it, Dennis.
Well, he felt it in a big way, and he wanted to get to his sweet spot. And when he knocked down the third, when we all started raising up out of our seats, and the fourth one goes down, the fifth one goes down. Then he went 6 in a row, and that seventh one, he started feeling himself as Patty Mills knocked down a big money ball in the corner.
So 14 in the third for LeBron, but Patty Mills looking to answer back, and San Antonio's up by a point. LeBron on the bench, taking a look at this, and Greg Popovich, another gem of an interview with Doris Burke of ESPN. This is good.
Pop, what are your objectives where LeBron is concerned?
Are you serious?
I know.
We're going to keep him from scoring.
What would you like to see here in the fourth?
I like to see LeBron play poorly.
No and no on that. Tim Duncan, though, with the rebound. Spurs in transition. Danny Go-Go Green comes up with a three. 2 of 3 from three-point range.
You can see the body language of LeBron James. I can't believe I just let Danny Green get this three off, so let me do something about it, and he did on the offensive end.
Ties the game up at 85, and Rio Chalmers, right to the ribs of Parker.
Yeah, I thought that was a big play because Tony goes down and misses both free throws, and then Timmy comes back and misses 2 more free throws. So I thought this was a huge flow of the game, Brent, when you miss 4 huge free throws. Even though Diop makes it a big 3 there, maybe you're up 2 or 3 if you make those free throws.
But this was so great, 90-90. This is where we wanted to see Miami back in. Ray Allen with a beautiful play on the curl, finds the Birdman for that layup. And this play broke down, and Manu made a heck of a play on his own to penetrate, find some room, get Tony that 3 ball to go.
Now LeBron James kicking it over to Chris Bosh. We've seen that time and time again. Bosh alone.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, exactly. Same play, but because LeBron early in the game is attacking, and then LeBron in the third quarter the jump shooter.
You have to respect the attack.
Now all 5 sets eyes, he wants to share the wealth.
Well, wait a minute. We have a game. LeBron missing 1 of 2 free throws, but really a botched possession for the Spurs here, and out of bounds off Boris Diaw. So Miami with a 3-point lead, and then this was really pretty.
Well, it's tough. Brent and I were talking about before we started the show. It's called go try to get the ball out of LeBron's hands. But that time, Bosh got Tim Duncan too far off the floor, was able to use his quickness to go around and get that last deuce.
So it's a 2-point Miami win, and the Heat Big Three have still never seen an 0-2 playoff deficit, tying the series at 1 game apiece. And the Spurs had won 9 in a row at home in the playoffs, but that comes to an end too. Just their second postseason loss here in 2014.